Tiamat. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So, for those of you that don't know, Holistic Healing by Tiamat covers a range of different treatments. And as I myself have been in treatment myself, I thought that I would document my progress. So today, I wanted to speak with you guys about what I eat when I am in recovery. So you can't really see, but I've got some midnight snacks here. I'm going live and it's 12 a.m. BST. So, ink. Oh no, it's not. It's from my grapes. Whoops. Anyway, so this is quite a personal video that I am making today, but I do feel like I need to discuss this with you guys because it's something that has been bothering myself and other people around me for quite a while. So it's something that's close to my heart, but it's something that I want to make sure that I am sharing with you guys. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what I eat when I'm in recovery, because again, this is not something that I'm proud of, but I did allow myself to get very ill. And it's good, thank you. And as a result of this, I have at times felt a lot of shame about what's been going on in my life. However, now that I am in recovery and I'm feeling a lot better about myself and about everything, I wanted to document how to get better yourself. Now, I've got a lot of high fibre food because I personally prefer to eat high fibre food because it gives me a lot of energy and I feel like this fuels my creativity. But I've also got carbs. Bran flakes are awesome. Bran flakes are amazing. You've got to love bran flakes. A few of my friends here, they really love bran flakes. I know, I love really salted crisps. They're so good. They're so yummy. Yes, I have soya milk. So when I have my breakfast, I drink soya milk because not only is this higher in fibre and lower in calories, but it's also really good for making sure that you are feeling good mentally. I prefer to have coconut milk. However, soy milk is really good for your femininity. I'm not sure if you are a female or masculine, a woman or a man, but as I'm a woman, it's good for female health. So one of the best things I find to add onto my, okay, that makes sense then. One of the best things I find to add onto my salad for extra protein is beans and pulses. You're a twin flame. You're a divine masculine twin flame. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Wow, I'm excited to meet you. So yeah, I like to eat sweet corn with my meal, as I find sweet corn is not only really nice and sweet, but as I mentioned earlier, it also has a lot of protein in it. Now, I also like to eat avocado on toast, which is why I've got avocado toast. So, I have 2 salads, but I'm not going to eat them both with you today. Because this is just an example of what you can do to help to improve your life. I don't want to waste all of your time, but if you want to eat with me, that would also be so much fun for me. Look at this avocado, how perfect is that? Wow. Yeah, they do supper on the ward. This is what I'm eating now, my supper. Wow. So, you've been to a ward, and for those of you that have not been to a ward, I'm speaking about what it is like to be in treatment. My journey is coming to an end, but never feel ashamed of what you've been through. Wow, well done. Thank you, I'm glad I make you happy. Well done though, that's amazing. That's really amazing. I'm amazed. Thank you, you have beautiful energy as well. 18 kilograms is a really good milestone. And it's really lovely to speak to a masculine perspective as well. Oh, was it water retention? So that's another thing that can happen. I dropped my biscuits. That's another thing that can happen, especially when you are undergoing inpatient treatment. You find that sometimes you may put on unhealthy weight, and sometimes when you come out of treatment you can actually lose that weight. But one of the best ways to put on weight is to try and do it as naturally as possible, which is why I am sharing this with you. But I know that not everybody has the same opportunities. No, I'm in runner mode. Being the runner can be a bit difficult because one minute you want to make yourself available because you love your person and you really do love your person, but I'm really a runner. Since I have been here, I've really hurt my ankles because I tried to kick the doors down, and it's not a good game, you're right. I tried to kick the doors down because I was frightened, I was scared, and that's what happened. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about the twin flame journey, and when you're not in union, you're either a runner or a chaser, and I'm a runner right now. When my fight or flight response kicks in, I always go for flight. That means I panic, I have panic attacks, I get ill, and I run. But it's confusing psychologically because you know you love your person, I'm actually not sure about that question. I'm not sure if I'm yin or yang. I think I'm more feminine, but my astrological chart does not agree. eat your crusts, because I've heard that eating the crusts have more calories in, but I'm not sure if that's true. I'm yang when it comes to my counterpart. You see, I resonate with astrology quite a lot because that was one of my first practices that I learned. So I understand birth charts, and I do understand the feminine and masculine signs, but I do understand why it can go over your head. Oh, you're yang as well. That's awesome. That's very interesting, actually. For me, it's really interesting because some people would resonate more as being yang in their day-to-day life, in their day-to-day setting. But then when it comes to their counterpart, they are more yin. They go into their moon sign traits and elements, or anywhere else in their chart. But yeah, I am Taurus. I love being a Taurus, but I love Scorpio as well. Scorpio and Taurus are so compatible. Mostly as friends, not necessarily as relationships. But I'm not saying that you can't date a Taurus. I've just found, from my observation, Scorpio and Taurus tend to be better as friends. You see, it's quite interesting because a lot of people say different things about the compatibility of different star signs, but you really just have to work it out for yourself. And that's one of the things that can be quite difficult. Now, I specifically want to talk about tomatoes because they are very rich in vitamin C. They actually contain more vitamin C than potatoes and carrots. However, oranges, I believe, have the most vitamin C. But yeah, it's really... Oh, your counterpart is Virgo. That's lovely. That's really lovely, actually. Virgo and Scorpio are very compatible as well. I'm not entirely sure on how compatible, but I do know that you are very compatible. You may actually be the two most compatible for Scorpio. That's brilliant. It's a little love story. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. I've got that unlisted on my profile, that song. I really like it, but yeah. If you are finding that you are dealing with sort of feelings of being run down, and you might be getting like immune system deficiencies because of your vitamin C levels, one of the best things to eat is tomato. I love the alkaline diet. I really love the alkaline diet. I try to stick to as much alkaline based foods as possible. However, I can't always say that I eat alkaline foods as I just ate a tomato, which is acidic. But I love to eat my bananas, my avocados. I like melons. That is so right. Health is wealth. 100%. 1,000,000%. Oh, the store. I was like, what? You're born in Iceland? I was like, Iceland. That's brilliant. Honestly, that's just... I think I was born in Wilko's. My earliest memories of walking around Wilko's going, Mom, Mom, look, there's pick and mix. Colourful food. That is... I love colourful food. Me too. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm making you smile. Or my laughter's making you smile. Like, I drew a tattoo on my arm. My friend who's a painter told me off. She said, it's toxic. Well, she said, are you sure that's safe? And I said, I don't think it is. I used acrylic paint to draw on my face and arm. Oh, thank you. Wow. I did take some pick and mix sweeties when I was a kid. I used to dip my hands into them. My mum would say no, I couldn't get pick and mix, so I'd just go, you said. I don't think she ever found out. Sorry, Mum, if you watch this. And yeah, I was only 3 or 4. I do think that she's in love with you. Definitely. But as you say, if you're a chaser right now, then it is difficult to discern. Because it can feel so unnatural to pull your energy back. I've chased before. But if you do ever decide to pull your energy back, you will find that old Miss Virgo will likely confess her feelings during that time. But it will likely be when you're really focused on yourself. And that's hard. That's hard to do, especially when you're in recovery. Oh wow! Did you have a good gym session? Yeah, exactly. You don't like intend to chase. You're just like, oh, I love my person. Yes, and Virgos are very, very enticing people because they are mutable earth signs. So that means they've got such a beautiful story behind them and they don't like to share it with everybody. So as a result of this, you find that, yeah, they pull you in and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't ever want to get out of this. But yeah, oh, if your muscles sore, give yourself a sports massage, I think it's called. heard of Planet Fitness, but I'll look into it. I like to do yoga, and so that means that I have to pick a gym that has yoga mats and blocks. Oh wow, brilliant! Oh my goodness. Please subscribe to my channel. I don't mean that in a rude way, but I love California. I was going to move to Fresno when I was a child, and I just I want to keep in contact with you. That's why I asked you that question. Because honestly, I love California. I'm from the UK, so that's why we don't have Planet Fitness. I didn't think we had one, but Fresno is literally where I was going to move to. When I was a child, my mum and dad wanted to move me to America to be near my dad's family. And we wanted to go to California. Well, I wanted to go to California. They asked me if we moved anywhere, where do I want to go, and I said Disneyland, and so Disneyland is in. And they thought about it for a while, and they said that Pure Gym's brilliant. I didn't know they had Jets. Oh, Jets Gym. I've not heard of that one. I've not heard of it. But yeah, so my parents said no to Florida. They looked into it and they paid to Florida. It would be too hot for me, but they looked into Cali and they thought actually Cali would be a better option because, especially in Fresno, the weather's not too dissimilar to the UK. I mean, obviously it's warmer, but it's not tropical. So close. Not quite Sussex, Suffolk. I love Sussex though. I find it so interesting how we get people from all over the globe on YouTube and how the algorithms show us to each other. I think it's wonderful, to be honest. Am I far away? It's beautiful in Suffolk. Farming land, but beautiful. Oh, you're in London. That's close. Yeah, the algorithm can be very strange. The other day I was shown, I'm not going to talk about it over mealtime, but some pretty scary things. And I was like, whoa, okay, that's terrifying. Let's share it to all of my subscribers. I don't know why I'd done that, but I did. So I do, when I see like scary algorithms, I do try to purify my energy because I'm thinking it must have been something to do with what I've looked up or what I've been doing. But yeah, you're right. The algorithm's just like, whoa. Yeah, I thought it was, whoa, 105. I don't know what that is in Celsius because we work in Celsius in the UK, but wow, that's hot. I know that 60 to 70 is about 15 degrees Celsius. But actually, in the UK last year, we had 40 degree heat, 40 degrees Celsius heat, which is very hot. Thank you for telling me to enjoy my meal and snacks. Thank you. So, again, in the future, if somebody watches this and you don't really know about recovery, it's really important to make sure that when you are in recovery from an eating disorder or a mental health problem, that you are eating enough snacks as well as your main meals, because when your metabolism is fast, your body can go into shock very easily, and that can cause you to feel very cold and shaky at times. And at first you may not even know what's going on. I thought I was dying. It sounds stupid, but yeah. But please, if you're watching this, ensure that you are looking after yourself first. Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself first and foremost. I couldn't even be bothered to spread my avocado on my toast. Ooh. But I like to eat my avocado unseasoned. Might be a bit controversial. And if you are vegan as well, or if you don't eat a lot of animal products, avocado is a really great way to ensure that you are still having healthy fats. I'm sorry to hear about your heart. Sending you love. Do you have a pacemaker? Because I'm a Reiki healer, but you're not allowed to do Reiki healing on people who have a pacemaker because it's a different kind of electrical energy. Aww. We're gonna be just okay, guys. Not just okay, we're gonna be absolutely brilliant. A lot of the time, these traumas, they stem from not only negative self-talk, but sometimes bullying, and sometimes people calling you names, even things that seem insignificant in childhood that you didn't necessarily realise that affected you and upset you. But you've got that sort of negative, critical comment in your head going around, oh, my appearance isn't good enough. But actually, when you start to reframe things, that's a good psychological term that I was speaking about the other day. And this is, rather than thinking about how you're going to be putting on weight or that you're going to be changing your physical shape, well, rather than thinking about it in a negative way, it's good to think about how you are improving your future, because you're going to have energy after you eat a nice meal. You're going to have energy to do all of the things that you love the most. Do you like my curtains? They've got pears on them. I think they're limes. Yeah, they're limes. How stupid is this going to sound? I have a lemon tree and I didn't even realise that limes grow on trees. I don't know. But that's one of the reasons why I got myself well. Because I forced myself to be well, because I've got plants at home and I'm so worried about my plants. So that's one way to reframe things, rather than me sitting down and worrying about, oh no, are my plants going to be okay? I hope they don't die. I thought, right, I've got to eat, I've got to get well, and I've got to be healthy so that I can get home and water my plants. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where lime trees grow. also, something that was said to me by one of my friends, who she's a Cancer, so Cancerians are such lovely people, and they have such big hearts, and they share their loving, nurturing energy with other people. That's why Taurus and Cancer get on. But yes, one of my friends who is a Cancer told me the other day that when your heart chakra is closed, talking about the chakra sense, you don't realise that you block yourself from feeling love. So I was reading your comment about having a bad heart, and obviously this is not something that is going to cure your heart problems. I'm not claiming to be able to do that because, again, especially if you have a pacemaker, that is not in my line of work. That is not something that I can necessarily help with. However, I hope that I can ease your symptoms in any way possible. So yeah, when you start to open your heart chakra, you feel love in a different way. And this causes you to, so once you have a heart chakra awakening, you realise that love between your partner and your SP, but actually there is like, you go back to almost being childlike, because you realise that you can love your family and you can love your friends in a non-toxic, non-selfish way, just because you love them. I'm okay at geography. It wasn't one of my strong points at school. However, as I have become an adult, I have found that geography has actually become one of my stronger points because I love travelling. So in order to travel, you've kind of got to know what's going on in the world. Sorry, I was just seeing the latest comment. I was zooming in. But I love ready salted crisps, and they're really good if you're feeling unwell, because they soak up your stomach acid, and the plain salt feeling helps you to not feel sick anymore. So these are something that I would 100% recommend if you are in the early stages of your recovery. Not if you are at the point where you are not able to take in solids. But if you are reintroducing yourself to solids, then the best way to eat crisps like this would just be to take one nibble at a time, like so. Wow, I love Doritos. And you know what, that's another really brilliant thing to eat when you're in recovery, because eating childhood favourite snacks is going to make you feel so much better about yourself. But I love Doritos, they are so yummy. Is Topito a dip? Sorry about that. I'm guessing it's a Mexican or Hispanic dip. Yummy. And I'm probably not even saying it right. So it's about to be a year since I've been in separation. And this is very strange. Very strange. Because I had a traumatic event happen to me a year ago, just over a year ago now. And after that, I ran from everybody and everything, my family, my friends, everyone, because I didn't feel like the same person anymore, and I didn't feel like I could connect with the same people anymore. And I know that trauma can make you feel like that, but it wasn't like it was just one event that led to this. There were a collection of different things that caused me to feel like I didn't necessarily trust the people around me anymore. Because while I was going through the traumatic event, not only did I change, but these people changed, and that's understandable. That's just part of life. We fall in and out of patterns and cycles with people, so that's fine. But I found that coming into union after this caused me to feel like I was going back on the progress that I had on my own personal journey, and a lot of the new friends that I had made were sort of safe and to focus on myself. And I definitely struggle with focusing on myself. I'm the type of person that if I focus on myself, I feel like I'm being narcissistic because I am an empath. But however, I know that it's necessary because this is like what my friend said, the cup theory. You can't pour from a cup that is empty, and that is so true. And another point that we both have as one of our favourite points is if you're on an aeroplane and the aeroplane is crashing, you are advised to pull your mask down before putting the other passenger's mask on their face. 3 years ago in 2020. Wow. That's lovely. That's a really beautiful time to meet somebody. And I believe that you will come into union with your person. I believe 100%. Oh, that's such a kind thing to say. The wild roses and lots of sweets. Wow, it's like you know me as a person. And that's all my favourite things. I love flowers so much. I'll show you something my friend gave me. Yes, that's true. Narcissistic traits are embedded in us all. So, yep. It's like a spectrum. You have to make sure that, well, I believe you have to make sure that you're empathizing with people, because otherwise you will completely miss what's going on in the world around you. And that can even be distressing in itself. When you open your eyes and you're like, why has everybody changed all of a sudden? And then you realise, oh, my family and my friends were telling me that this was going to happen, and I was just too busy focusing on myself. So yeah. I haven't been to the zoo for a few years. I love the zoo so much. But random thought. Someone I know actually released some animals from the zoo. So we were together, and when we were together, he used to go to the pig farm that was like right next to where we were living, and he used to go to the pig farm and he used to open up all the gates and let all the pigs out. And he told me rumours about how the gypsies in his area had been letting crocodiles into the river in that area, which was a completely different area to where I'm living, about a 40-minute drive. Anyway, so here's the funny thing. This summer, crocodiles got released into the river near me by gypsies. What happened there? But yeah, I was going to show you something to do with my flower, so wait a minute, I'm really excited about this. This is so beautiful. So the other day my friend got me some flowers. She got me one, and the next day, or maybe maybe the day after, she got me another. And look, I put it in some water, as she had advised me to, and it's bloomed. It's opened all the way up. They both just blossomed. I was amazed. Isn't it so beautiful? I was like, it's not an aquatic plant. How has it done this? Let me just get the angle right. There you go. That's good. Do you like it? Looks better if I show you from a different angle. Because it looks like it's almost falling apart from the angle I was showing you that. But here, it really looks naff on camera. There you go. That's what it looks like. Honestly, I don't know how it happened. It just happened. I put it in the water, and all of a sudden, it opened itself out. It's like it reintroduced the growing process. So I'm a fan of nature. There's nothing I love more in this world than nature. I'm glad you like it. So for those of you that have been on a unit, you will know that one of the best things is a constant fresh supply of filter water. Honestly, I love filter water so much. It's literally like I live for filter water. So yeah, you have a water machine on most hospital units, and if you don't have one near you, then Holistic Healing by Tiamat will be coming to a town near you soon. Oh wow! Oh, your mum's a Rose! Oh, my best friend I made here is called Rose. I love that name so much. She's French, so her name's Rosalie, and I love that name so much. My cousin's called Rosalie, because I've got some French cousins. But yeah, I love that so much. Daisy. Oh, that's so beautiful. Wow. I always wanted a daughter called Daisy, but yeah, that's a beautiful name. That's a really beautiful name. I bet they're beautiful people. Oh, little flaky names. I love that. I love that so much. But nuts are really good because they're high in protein as well, and oils. So it's good for your skin and your hair. I bet. Little sister's the best. I don't have any little sisters. But as a kid I always wanted a little sister. I was the type of person that would go around to the other kids saying, "Hi, I'm Millie. What's your name?" And then I'd be like, "Do you want to be my sister?" And my mum would come along and go, "Oh Millie, I've already explained to you. You can't just adopt people like that." I was like, "Oh, really? I can't? Hi, I'm Millie." 3 little sisters. Oh, 3 sisters. I've got 2 brothers, so I hear that. Although I did find out I have also got well, I always knew I had a sister, but I didn't really know anything about her. However, my brother's always tried to get into contact with me. But my sister, she doesn't want anything to do with me. I don't know why, but I did ask for her details. From my brother. He stated she didn't want anything to do with me. Oh, quick, I need to eat my avocado before it starts to brown. Amazingly, it's not started to brown yet. That's not a good sign. There's no oxygen in the air. I'm joking. I'm sure the oxygen level's fine. In fact, I just had my oxygen done on an oximeter this morning. It was 99, so that's basically as high as you can get. So I don't need to brag, but my physical observations were very good. And my blood pressure has gone up as well. My blood pressure was very low. It was 100/70, which I mean, obviously, again, it's not the end of the world. Having a low blood pressure is a lot better for you than having a high blood pressure. But I was having a lot of the signs and symptoms of low blood pressure. I was feeling weak. I was feeling dizzy. In fact, when I stood up, I was nearly fainting. So I'm not proud of that. But yes, it's been good to speak to you as well. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Oh, you love my lashes. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling me beautiful. That's such a kind thing to say. Bye-bye. I will do. Tomorrow's my last day here. I get discharged the day after. So thank you. I hope you have a great day tomorrow as well. It's lovely to meet you. And then number 2. I'm going to end this in a minute. But I can't have my avocado going brown. I can't end it without my hands. You are all such beautiful people on the inside and out. Honestly, I mean that. And that's what's really important to me. Obviously, physical appearance is beautiful, and it is so important to make sure that you are looking the way that you want to look. Because if you don't feel happy in yourself, then your mental health deteriorates. However, having a good, pure heart is one of the most important and special things you could do for yourself. Something about shouting. You know what I do sometimes? When I go in the shower, I'll just show you. I hold my phone like this. Yeah. Or like this. makes you feel comfortable and happy. Also, you may be dealing with burnout. In that case, oh, I'm sorry about that. If there's lag, sometimes that means there's a bit of like some areas in my specific treatment center. Not because it is an enclosed building with lots of different, you're making me shy now. With lots of different connections going through the place. Sometimes it can block the signals. It's almost like a school. But yeah. Thank you so much. I love to make you smile. Gage. That's a lovely name. Gage is a really uncommon name in the UK. But yeah. To rest and ground yourself. Alarm to get up so that you can do some meditation and see how you feel after that. Wow, Gabrielle. Do you call yourself Gabrielle or Gabriel? I love that name, like the angel. Oh, I didn't know that's what Gage was short for. Oh my goodness, I love that name. Wow, you're an angel. Wow, you know, the injured Gabriel. He came to Mother Mary in her room. I'm joking. I'm sorry. Well, that is true though. He did go to Mother Mary. What snacks do you like to eat? I can definitely feel like that. 100%. I can feel like I don't want to necessarily not engage with other people, but when I meet people in person, sometimes I feel very shy and very reluctant to speak with them at first, but I'm the type of person I can really get on with anybody, and I don't mean that in like a, oh yeah, I'll be friends with everyone and anything at the same time, but as I tell a lot of people, I find it really interesting to gain a perspective to gain other people's perspectives. And as a result of this, it means that I like to talk to everybody, even if I don't agree with everyone, and even if I don't personally get on with everyone around me. I like to with everybody. Don't get me wrong, I can defend myself. I'm not saying that I can't defend myself or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, I don't like to have drama because I think it's not good for us to always be arguing and fighting with each other. But actually, it drains your energy unnecessarily. But I like to have salt and pepper on my salad. I have got some Almonds vegan mayo here. I found some sachets of salt and pepper, so I prefer to eat the salt and pepper because I really like food, but vegan mayo is really good for you. No, as I was saying though, I'm the type of person, like, if I know you though, when I see you, and if you're someone who means a lot to me, when I see you I'll be like, oh, it's my person, or it's my friend, give me a hug. Oh, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me as well. It works both ways. I'm glad you had a good session at the gym today. And when I come to Cali, I'll definitely have to check out, I can't remember what the gym's called. I will definitely have to check out, is it Sunshine Gym? No, it wasn't, was it? Planet Fitness. Catch me at the Planet Fitness near you. Also, if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified when I upload, so you can check in my other live feeds. And I would like that a lot. I think you are already subscribed actually, because some of the things that you've said, like, I'm happy today. That means a lot as well. The fact that you have almost gotten to know me through my channel. I love that. That's what makes my community such a rare, I hope it's a rare place, but I think that's what makes it such a rare place, is that we care about each other here. I don't have Instagram anymore for Holistic Healing by Tiamat because it's a very cliquey place and it's not really the best type of place for a holistic healing business. However, I do sometimes share my holistic healing posts on there. But when I did have an Instagram page, I was following all of the people that were following me because, as I mentioned, I do feel like Holistic Healing by Tiamat is a fair community. And I also feel like it's an equal community. And I do check out everyone's feedback. Even the things that hurt my feelings. I read all of your comments. Even if I delete them and moderate them. I still read your comments and I still work to improve my content based off of the feedback that I receive. Because Holistic Healing by Tiamat isn't just my platform, it is our platform. It's our community. But yeah, I'm going to go shortly. I'm short as well. I'm only 5'2". That's fine. Sometimes that happens, especially if there's like a moderator in the room. For example, if I was making a video that was for children only. There would be a moderator in the room to make sure that I wasn't swearing. That's one of the best ways that I can describe it. Oh, the UK. Wow. The UK is such a lovely place. I prefer America, if I'm honest, but I've never been there, so I don't know. But the UK is really brilliant because it's quite unique in that our dock system is probably one of the only, I'm not entirely 100% sure, but this is one of the things I love about the dock system. It's one of the only pirating to go on, although we don't really necessarily talk about that too much. I wouldn't be talking about because I could get my content censored and shut down, but essentially we allow a certain amount of pirating because we want to keep our system going, and we're such a small island, we need as much imports as possible. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of that going on, and why not? But also the UK is a lovely place. There is an element of stiff upper lip, meaning that the British public, they don't like to talk about their feelings so much, and when you do talk about your feelings, you can be accused of like having a mental health problem. So that's the stigma I want to work on changing. But the UK has its downfalls as well. It's very rainy in the winter. The worst part about it is there's no snow. Sometimes there's snow, like occasionally every like 3 to 5 years there'll be a spot of snow. No, sometimes we get like quite deep snow, but it's not like Canada or Alaska or somewhere like that. I do, and it can be dangerous. But like, I consider myself to be like an island girl, even though it's the UK. A lot of people are like, how can you be an island girl in the UK? Because I'm very natural. I spend a lot of time in nature, and that's another thing. The UK is so lovely for forests. We've got forests here that have been around since Henry VIII. I love that so much. And we've got a tree that has been in the ground since Shakespeare. in his hometown. So it is a brilliant place with a lot of rich culture. But as you say, it can be very dangerous because, especially in the ghettos, yeah, it is beautiful for views, especially Dover. But I am going to have to finish this now because I'm getting very tired. I'm very worn out. And I like to eat like this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I hope you have a really lovely evening. And sleep well, especially if you are in recovery yourself. Because one of the most beautiful things that you can do for yourself, for your own mental health and physical health, is to make sure that you're sleeping properly. It has been a dream, an absolute dream and pleasure doing this video for you today. But I am going to go now. I really like berries. Berries, berries, berries. All berries. But I don't have a specific favourite food, I don't think. I like strawberries a lot though. I've got to go now though, but I'm gonna eat my biscuits, and I'm gonna go brush my teeth and go to bed. Lastly, before I go, this is a hack that I learned last year. You can brush your teeth with banana peels, interestingly enough. But yeah, and you can cleanse your skin with them as well. It whitens your teeth.